right, now for our morning business report here. Some key economic reports are expected to be released this week, and they could impact your stock portfolio.
And American travelers seem more willing to explore new places. Channel 3's Jane King live at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and more. Good morning, Jane.
Hi, Tracy. Caitlin, good morning. Yes, this year, the average American traveler spent just over $2,200 on travel and visited 3 new places. And 2026 set to be an even bigger travel year with beach getaways and road trips leading the charge. Now, this was conducted by Talker Research on behalf of Cheap Caribbean Vacations. And the survey also found the average respondent expanded their map, visiting 2 new states and 1 new country in 2025. While cannabis stocks surged on Friday, President Trump expected to sign an executive order to reclassify marijuana, perhaps as soon as today, according to CNBC. Such a move would allow cannabis companies to fall under different tax regulations, and that would encourage investment in that industry. Well, several critical U.S. economic reports previously delayed are due this week and can set the market's tone. Key among the reports, November jobs report, which is coming out about 10 days later than normal due to the government shutdown. And we're also still playing catch up with retail sales. Those figures for October will be released this week. Wall Street's major indexes were down on Friday. Investors again left tech for other sectors. So the Dow down 245, NASDAQ lost about 400 points. We are looking at a higher start today. Live from the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King. Back to you.